Okay, so this is Civic HQ. We've got several different things we're going to try and do with the car, and got it done on a whiteboard here. But the key things today are going to be to do with the wiring loom. Things I'm concerned about, or think I need to be concerned about, are the indicators, wipers, light stalks, key barrel, fuel pump and level indicator, and obviously fuel pump power. The light connectors for the indicators, the headlights, all that stuff. Interior fans and blower, because the EF is cable and that's all electric. Rear fogs, there's two on the GL down there, but I don't know really what the situation is on the other one. It's probably different. And hazard switch, which will be different on the two. But the key thing I want to do today is try and take out all the wiring loom from the MB6. So, as I said before, this is the 1.8 VTI B18C4, which is the same engine that's in the EF. And what we're going to do is take all the wiring loom out and put it in the Civic EF and make it run as it should. So, that's what we're going to do today. As I said before, the car's got no loom in the engine bay. I'll click this. That will make things slightly easier. And then I can just basically take all the rest of the loom out of here and put it back, and need to take the dashboard out and do all that stuff. So if you're doing this on a car that was a complete car, obviously you take the battery out as the first step. There's no battery in here.
Don't be waving a screwdriver around.
Don't wave a screwdriver around, but yeah, take the battery out and then crack on. So I think the first thing we're going to do is probably work on the back and go forward, and then pull the loom towards the front of the car as we go. That's probably going to be the easiest bet. So that's what we're going to do. So first things first, come to the boot. So you can see there's a few things that are different. This is in any wiring conversion, you want to think about that. Is what do you have in your car and what do you have in this car that will be different. So this car has obviously got more doors, so you have wiring for speakers indoors and things like that. I don't even know if there's speakers indoors, there aren't, but there's central locking things and stuff like that that we're not even going to bother about. I don't even want speakers in that car anymore, so not worry about that. But in terms of lights, things like, so there's these lamp lights for the number plates. We've got this light here, which is won't be connected, so don't need to worry about that. And then we've got things such as the fog lights. So it might be worth me quickly just checking the fog light situation of which one is the fog light, and then we'll go from there. So quickly we connected a battery in there. There's no engine stuff, but you can still see the working of all the lights. This is probably a good bet to do this first. And a couple of things I want to tell you about. So one is the standard ECU. I think it has a transponder in the key which matches to this. So this will mean that ECU itself is locked to this key, and I think even this barrel, I'm not entirely sure. But either way, I've got an unlocked ECU which is deimmobilized, so I don't need to worry about that. But if I was going to worry about that, I need to use these keys and all that stuff. But anyway, the other thing that's worth saying is down there, you won't really be able to see it, but down here there's something called a knock sensor. As in, when I say a knock, I mean a crash sensor. I don't mean a knock sensor on the block to detect knock. I mean crash sensor, I should say that. So there's a crash sensor, and what that means is in an impact, it pops, and then you can't get the car started. And one of my friends did the exact same thing, took all of the wiring loom and put it in EK, and basically had that issue that the engine wouldn't start, and he tried everything, and it was just this little switch. And I'll show, when that comes out, I'll show you that, but it's just something to be aware of. So like I was saying before, we've got these are the switches to do all the dash and stuff here. So whereas some of that stuff I think in the other car is more cable. I think that feels like it's on a cable actually. that's on a cable as well. So we might be all quite similar, but we need to figure out these switch positions and just make sure we can marry that up with the EF wiring. Obviously we're not going to be running aircon anymore, but I've just put a battery in it, and you can see that the fan works in this, so the fan control will work. The other things I want to check as well is the fog lights. So if I shove the headlights on, headlights will be on now. Front fog? Front fog?
No. Yes.
Okay. And then if you go to the back, so I think all this is going to work. Or you just check all this wiring works. So indicator.
Put the right indicator back on. Yeah.
Okay, do the hazards work? Zoom
Yeah.
Okay, brake light.
Yep.
So you know which ones are the brake lights, okay?
Yep.
And then I'm going to show you which one's the actual normal lights. Can you see them coming on?
Yeah, they're the bottom ones.
And then the brake lights coming on.
Yeah, they're the same, yeah.
Okay, and then this is the rear fog.
So that's the right side top.
Okay, so now we know, so we'll have to do something slightly different on that, but that's fine. Obviously we've got wiring.
What about reverse?
Oh, good point, very good point. I don't think I'll be able to, well, I won't be able to do that because I've got no gearbox. That trick question.
Just chesting.
Just testing.
Yeah, kind of.
So,
You still did it though.
yeah, still did it though. The other thing is it's got stuff like headlights. We're going to basically take as much of this stuff as possible out. Turn the headlights off. Another thing I wanted to check as well, just because it's been a while since I owned one, if headlights are the same type. I think these H3s, so they're the same. They're going to work. There will be small bits, such as the indicators might be a slightly different connector. The other good things is because there's spotlights on here, I'll have easy wiring for spotlights if I can just reuse the switches and stuff. And I could even have these headlight washers.
Ooh.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone put headlight washers on the EF.
I don't want to drill through the bumper.
I don't want to drill for that bumper. Well, you've already crashed down with it anyway.
Yeah.
Right, so the next thing I'm going to do is, as I said before, I'm going to take over all the stuff out of the boot. The car came with those parts, and I'm going to take everything out of the boot.
It's a haul.
It's a haul, and then just start stripping it. So that's what we'll do. Take all the stuff and then go ahead. So in the boot, I'm just going to come in here and take out the old cover, and then do things such as take out these little boxes. And then I'm going to have to go through and use this special tool and pop all of this interior off so I can expose the light wiring. So I've already taken off these side bits of plastic, and then I'm just using trim tool just to take these off. Andy's on with impact.
Not a 10.
It's not a 10. I think it's probably a 12mm then. He's just going to impact the seats off. So Andy's just making his way out with the other seat, and then I'm taking off these bits if I can get them. And he's pinned in by the
seat belt. The seat belt.
Pinned in by the seat belt.
Still in.
Yeah, right. You can just go round it. If you go round, Andy, you don't.
It's screwed in, mate.
It's screwed in, mate. Okay. And then just come in here. We'll just try and take these off. Little hooks for cargo, whatever. Get rid of that, and then we should, in theory. Yeah, this is all coming out. I think I've got to take this bit out first, so I'll take those out first and then try and remove this whole bits of carpet. It's all coming off.
It's quicker, isn't it?
Right, go on, take that out, mate. God, this is happening very quick. I've got the little kick plates just with a little trim tool, and I've taken out a couple of screws here, and then hopefully, I'm hoping it's come up. It's just on poppers mainly. There you go. They're held in by a bit of stuff. That's it, and I'll do the same on the side. He's there with the impact. He's done the back too, slid the seat, and it's gone. Without a fight. So do the same to the other seat, and that one will be gone too. Okay, we're out of there with the seats. Now just take the centre console out. So this is the impact driver, and these are always fairly stubborn.
what I'm going to do is give myself some more space, put it onto L, take up the slack here. So you have to drill these things out. Made a bit of an upsie on there, but you know how it is. No one's going to give me anything for it anyway. There's actually wiring in this, so I need to come in there and undo that, Andy. It's wiring for the plugs. We'll have to do that. So undo that first and crack on. I can take these bits out, I think. There's more. I think these are holding like this, I don't know. There's 2 screws. Yeah. So there we go. That's revealing more of this wiring, which is what we want to see. So I think one of the next things is just to start pulling this wiring out and labelling everything. Or what do you reckon? Should we just start taking the dash out?
Let's just start taking the dash.
Take the dash out. Okay. So someone's had a go at taking these torque bits out in the past and made a mess of it, but this is a TPS 40 that you should have used. But sometimes the best way is to get it the whole way down. Like that. And then not like that though. And then get it the whole way down. And then just try and get it out with that.
Back. One careful owner.
Give me the hand tool then.
Do it the nice way.
There isn't a nice way.
There you go.
That's out anyway.
It's alright. We're alright! Where's that from?
Neil Kinnock's speech, isn't it? I don't know what's going on with it, but it's mullered.
Is it coming out?
I'll tell you what, this thing will come out, even if I snap it out. It's coming
Just
out.
drill it out.
Right.
That can be dangerous. Right. Shall I stop filming?
Yeah. Right, so taking that bit of plastic off has revealed the fuel pump.
The battery's off, isn't it, Paul?
The battery's off.
Very important.
Yeah. So that's the wiring for the fuel pump. So we can just pick that up like so, and then press this middle bit, and then get that out, and then this will be the first bit I'm taking off actually, in terms of wiring for this car. So hopefully, I don't know if this is true, but oh no, there's a bloody sender unit as well. We have to drop the tank down.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's going to have to be what we do. What we'll do, have to jack the car up and drop the tank down. So that's going to be one of the next jobs. But anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, we're doing Karen doing show what you're doing.
So just removing the screws off this. There'll be a bit of plastic, and then we're going to get a tool trim bit, because this will be on poppers, and be able to just pop this bit of plastic out.
We've taken this rear hatch bit out, so you take up that panel, then the sides, and then pop. It's all on
poppers.
A couple of screws, or is it just all poppers?
It's on 4 screws at the back, and then poppers.
You pop it all off. There's been a water leak in here. Look, someone has. What the hell's that? I don't know what's going on in here. But someone has basically gummed the whole thing up.
Load of water in the wheel.
Load of water in the wheel well, and that's just ridiculous. So
and this side window's been patched.
yeah, show this. Someone has used like builder's cork or something to do that.
Yeah.
So that's just ridiculous. But we're making good progress. Pity you having to drop that tank to get that thing off, but it is what it is. And then so we're going to carry on working forward, yeah.
So glove box is off.
That was on 2 8 mils.
2 8 mils.
Here and here. And it just came off. Right, and then this is the bottom bit hiding all the wiring underneath the dash, and then this is a little box, not entirely sure what this is yet, but anyway, that was on that bit of plastic. And then we're working to get rid of this bit of interior trim, centre console. So this is a non-mar tool, and then you can basically just go in here, not like that. Can you hold that?
Andy Marr.
Yeah, I was just fucking mod.
That was Johnny Marr, wasn't it? Fuck. Done it.
I think someone's already had this all out. Anyway,
I keep saying that.
yeah, there's 2 screws up here that you need to take out. So first of all, you can take them out. So
Put somewhere nice.
yeah, and then that one out.
Shouldn't we be wiring this, labelling this up?
We're gonna have to label that up. But
Let's start labelling.
start labelling. There's one here, and there's one the other side, and then this whole centre console will come out. Right, one more screw. You need to take this little thing for the stereo out
What was that?
first. This little metal bit for the stereo. Single DIN unit.
Before you start pulling it
I
out,
was just about to rip that whole thing out.
it's going to be very nice, isn't it?
Not really, but what you gotta do, we gotta do. Alright, there we go. So,
You can start labelling up now.
yeah, we're gonna label up. Now we've got the wires, we can label. Started labelling up, so hazard switch, clock, rear screen defrost, and then we've got stuff like this, cigarette lighter. Oh, that's just the whole thing actually, I could just take that off. Yes, a cigarette lighter, and this is just a little bulb for the ashtray. So we'll just start labelling that up. I'm just basically just trying to work to pull everything off. These are just on little screws, and then obviously you need to take this off. Just everything. You take everything off, label it up as you go. This is TPS 15, the Torx bit, and this is the heater. We've taken out all the wires. There's one little bolt at the back here, just kind of retaining the clips for the wires. Grab that out if I can. And it's just this other one is already taken. Tried to take it out, but here you go. It's in the back. I can just pull the wire out and then try and it's never easy how they do this, but try and work these wires out. Yeah, like there. Just probably pop. Is this the blue wire? Oh, there's another one. That's in there. Right. Okay. So I might have to get a bit creative and take this whole thing off. Right. Take this off. Take the front of the switch off. Okay. Switches off, and then and take this off here. That's probably be my path of least resistance. So let's just do that. Here like that, and just right. So I took the 2 little Torx bolts out of here, and obviously the switch off the front, and then I can just take this off. Again, it's all this TPS 15. It's all on that. Okay. So there we go. There's that little piece off, and that's the little clip there. So little clips that are holding stuff on. And these are just the little bolt that's holding everything on as well. So that's that. And then maybe I can don't know if I'm going to be able to just get this one out easily, or I'm going to have to get inventive again. It might be easier just to do the same again. Just get this little tool here. What? Scratchy. I'll just tease this off here. So I've taken these door treads up. They literally just pull off, and then using a martel. Again, these bits of plastic, non-martel, you can literally just hook these in at on the outside, and then they'll just pull off. And then over here we're just taking out things, all the little switches and stuff. Again, getting in with the non-mar in and under them. With these at the side, so all these dimmers and stuff like that, the headlight level and stuff, they got in the side underneath there, which was a little screwdriver just for this blanking point, and then you can just pull out the back of all the switches. So just label them all up. These are really commonly snapped, but you can just get in here the non-mar. Oh, I nearly snapped it. I don't think I did.
Yeah. There you go.
That's off. Just like that.
And I've just been taking, these are running some more bolts down, 2 of them, and then another one here. Take it off. The seal's out, and then just pull it out. Yeah. I've taken out this console unit. The way it came out was there's a couple of entry points on the plastic, which takes out the plastic visor, and then it's just on 2 bolts there and there. And I've just labelled up the wires.
You've got the sun visors as well.
Yeah, sun visors came off nice and easy.
And the hooks here.
And the hooks. And all of these.
The door pulls. These are all little bits in here and here, just hold the headlining up. These covers for the speakers. You get your hands in there and pull off. There's 4 corners. Those pull off. It's the rear light. You basically have to go behind it with a non-pry, pull off the clear plastic bit, and then there's 2 crosshead screws there. They're pretty much, there's not a lot holding, apart from these little strips, there's not a lot holding this headlining in.
You should take the these front A-pillar ones off.
Yeah, we're going to take them off.
Just pull them off.
First, it'll probably be easier. Well, we can try and do it, but it might be easier taking the dash out first.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Right, so we've carried on. What have we done, Andy?
Taking some more stuff out.
Yeah, we've taken the steering column down. It's on 2 14s and 2 12s. And then now we're just taking a fuse box down and just marking as we go. I think we've got to get the fuse box down first, and anything else that's kind of holding this thing on. And I think it'll be the central binnacle then. Okay, so we've taken the cowl out of there, which is 2 screws here and 1 which is there, and then this is the speedo clocks. Because I'm wanting to reuse these. Let's grab that. There's one more. There's one more. Been in there since 1998. Here you go. So we're going to have to label all these, but yeah, it's going to be pretty obvious, I think. So just like that.
Should we get some labels?
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Yeah. Right. So take out the airbag, which is loads of nuts out underneath. But I don't think I even need to do that. But now, just going to come in here, take this off, and this reveals the final screw in the back. Final screw in the back. So I'm going to go in. try and film at the same time. Wait a sec. You're going to have to pass these through. We're not going to be able to do this one-handed, mate. But basically, passed all the wires through. There's this one little wire that goes through there that nearly had me. But it's ready to come out now. Ready? On it then, we're on it. Yeah, go on.
There you go, hold that.
Yeah, go on. There we go, he's done.
Nice one, mate. So just taking out all the heater unit.
Yeah.
Being careful to put where the bolts are.
Yeah, careful here. No one's going to give me any money for this. So.
Just whacking it out.
Whacking it out. So this is one of the key things. So 410mm holds this ECU in. So just take that out, these plugs, and keep that safekeeping. The interesting thing about that, if you look at the plugs, this is an OBD2 car, but it's got OBD1 style plugs. This is the thing that needs to be bridged. This is the little, can you see that? Yeah, zoom in. Yeah, so this thing, it's got a little plug underneath there, and that needs to be bridged if you want to use the car. The heater's out. We undid a load of 10mm there, and because it's aircon model, undid these two long 10mm in there, and then it all just falls out basically. And there isn't a lot left of this car now. Okay, so I just undid the 12mm there, and then here you go. Go on.
Got a couple of extra things there.
What else is it on? I think it is.
Kind of a look.
Okay, so I've just loosened all of that. I took this off the heater control, just undid that. It's on all.
Ooh, cool. What was that?
No. It's on all this.
That's all underneath the carpet, mate. You need to take that out first. Rip the carpet back.
Okay, light's fading quick, but either way, the carpet's been ripped out. And then if you look at this has got this little pop. This basically sends heat to the back. Look at that tracker thing we found. Someone was towed a towed haul over here. And then so just taking off the rest of these little spring clip things because they're getting snagged. I'm going to try and take this whole thing out.
The heater.
The heater. This is the last one. Right, now you go in there. It's hooked on something. So, yeah, it's still these wires.
You just need to use the pipes. You need to pull them.
Yeah, go on. So, oh look, this is on, and then that's on.
There you go.
Yes.
Watch your head, watch your head. That's it, it's done.